way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Louisville Cardinals offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Moss. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. So Clemson's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He caught it. Oh, it's loose. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Holy cow, how about that? You think he's going in for the score. It looks like he's going to get it. He fumbles the football. Who's going to get it? Johnny on the spot. The offense finds the football, lands on it, and gets the touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Power football with the run. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. The Cardinals want to crank the tempo.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They are going to try to get that established in this game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Men, we'll have a shakeup in the MAC standings this week. Check this out. Toledo notched a victory in enemy territory. And though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from the Glass Bowl is worth its weight in gold to the Rockets. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the MAC, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll try it over the left side. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Scanning the field, it's Moss. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Cardinals line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Brown. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
3rd down coming up after that completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. The Tigers have this offense rolling. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. Turning it on.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Got it in the middle. It's Brown. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Another 1st down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
We reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So 1st down here as they go back to work. To the air, it's Klubnik. Got his man quickly. It's a fumble. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls down.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some...
There he goes. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Moss. Spits it out to the back. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
To the air on 1st down. Setting up the screen. Breaks the tackle. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, they're able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. 1st down from the 45. Finds his man. It's Stewart.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last...
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, the huge opportunity. He throws the deep ball down the field right in the breadbasket, and he drops it. There's no coming back from that one. There's nothing nice to say. Just refire, play the next play.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. To the air, it's Moss. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and you better best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Quickly complete. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Looking downfield on 1st down. Wide open downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Got a man, it's Brown. Hard running there. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He'll do it himself. Fighting off the defender. Sweet. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in this one in the MAC that just finished up. UMass managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. Don't blame the weather there in Amherst this week. These Minutemen are to blame for this one being...
Lofts one high and deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the single back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Moss. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you know they're going to go for it again on 4th down. At least you think they are, because early in this game we've already seen them try to go for it on a couple 4th downs. They didn't get any of those. They got to find a way to stay on the field here. They've got to get their best playmaker on offense, the football.
On 4th down, looking to pass. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Man, 1st half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door. This offense has been running wild in the 1st half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Bring in the heat. Touchdown, Clemson. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a fascinating first 2 quarters of football in Louisville. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal touching. Offense.
They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started.
Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Moss. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Cardinals decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Touchdown, Cardinals. Once he got some room, it was over. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways.